Let me record the meeting for the benefit of those of us that are not here. Of course, you know this is a special meeting. So as I said before, becoming a Rising Star Mentor is an invitation and is a call to become a leader. Get developed. Just as we learned it in our 5 different levels of leadership. The first level of leadership is called the positional leadership. Okay, that's where you're going to have titles. Answering a Rising Star Mentor doesn't make you a leader. That's an invitation to become a leader. You know, it gives you a platform to now develop yourself as a leader. And leadership development is a lifelong task. Okay, it's a lifelong task because you keep meeting new people every day. So it's very vital. And I learned from John C. Maxwell early enough, if you want to have normal growth, lead followers. Lead followers. Who are followers? People that are waiting for food to be cooked for them and served them, and then they just eat. They are the followers. But he said, if you want to experience exponential growth, if you want to have explosive growth, not arithmetic, 1 + 1, 2, 2 + 2, 4, 4 + 4, 6. You want it in multiples. You want it exponentially. 2 raised to the power 3 will give you 16. Okay? And 2 raised to the power 4 will give you 64. And 2 raised to the power 5 will give you 256. That's very powerful. Am I correct? Is it 256 or 128? 128. That's 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 16 times 2, 2 raised to the power 2, 4. 4 raised to the power 2, 16. 16 raised to the power 2 is 256. So you want explosive growth, that kind of growth in multiples, then lead leaders. You want normal growth, lead followers. You want exponential growth, lead leaders. And there is this thing that one of my close brothers that became a network marketer long before me, there's an advice, so to say, he was giving me those days, because he felt that he's a bit older. He was telling money, if you want to make it, go and look for leaders. Go find leaders. Go find leaders. Already made leaders. If you find leaders and they join you, you will explode. Trust me, it took me, when things became hard for me, I have to look down on the people I was working with. I started looking down on them and was looking for already made leaders. Money, look for people like you. Then I was an amateur. Look for people like you. That was the language. And look for people like you that have been trained. You know, I used to be an information marketer. I'm still an information marketer. I sell products both online, offline. Back in the days, I made so much money, repackaging information. I would just gather trainings, information, package them, sell them online, go on radios, go on newspaper, Success Digest, and I will sell those things, hustling. So I understand how to write some scripts those days. So that was his advice, because I thought that leadership is a talent. So he used to tell me, there are people that are talented like you, leaders that are talented like you. Look for them. So I thought that leaders are born. I didn't know that leaders are made until I got frustrated. I'm telling you. What you can say, or what I learned from that, is that from my experience, there are people that have what I call leadership traits. And I can tell you the number one leadership trait is someone that has a sense of responsibility. That's a leadership trait you can never buy with money. Someone that is highly responsible. And I use that to employ people. Okay, I've had a lot of people. In fact, there's one that happened. We had an interview, and there's this particular lady that she went through 2 sets of persons to be interviewed. I ended up employing her, and one of the things, skill-wise, seriously, skill-wise, she was like this. She was not the best. She was going down. She was down. Okay, and then but I saw something else. I saw the hunger to get better. Yes, I saw the hunger to get better. I saw the attitude of, if things doesn't go well, I'm responsible. I'm going to make sure that it goes well. So, and then I was looking out for those things again within the first 1 week working with the lady. And then she kept proving me right. She kept proving me right. I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, okay, now I got it right here. Now, but guess what? The person actually went through 2 different sets of persons, interviewed, and they all rejected her. I'm telling you. So she, not like they had people that were better than her, sincerely. So there is something you will never buy. That's the sense of responsibility. Forget about skills. Skills can be developed. Okay, so why am I saying this? The reason why I'm saying this is because I want to let you know that you are the most qualified for high-level leadership. Yes. Okay, because for you to be here, we have a sense of responsibility. I don't care to know how you see yourself, but I want to let you know that you have the capacity to lead teams of over 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. All you need to do is to open up yourself and to believe in yourself and to keep developing, keep getting better over time. There is a popular cliche that we underestimate what happens over time and we overestimate what happens in an event. Don't ever judge yourself based on your results today or yesterday. If you keep being open-minded and you keep working towards getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better, that is how you shine. I'm telling you, I wasn't this good in most things that I'm doing. And even when I get started off in anything, in any new business, there are so many businesses I'm flagging off. So many ideas that are coming that I'm, thinking. And then one thing I know so well is I tell myself, I'm going to be very responsible for my growth. I'm going to be very responsible to make sure I keep learning and keep growing. I don't care to know whether I'm far behind. There are young guys they know so well more than me. But I told myself, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. I'm going to get committed to developing myself over time. I know I'm going to become one of the best. That is it. So I want to let you know that you are the most qualified to be here. That's the starting point. Don't disqualify yourself. You are here. You must know that you are the best qualified and you can lead a team of thousands. That being said, now let's get down to building a business. There are few things that makes a business small or that makes an organization small, and there are things that makes it grow very huge. Okay? There was a time I was studying how to scale a company or to scale a business. There's a whole lot of factors that comes to play. But one of the most important factors that comes to play anytime you want to scale up, okay, a business, you want to expand, is your human capacity. Your human capacity. There are so many things that can be bought with money so easily. You can buy technology with money. Okay? There are a whole lot of things we can do. We can get some, customer relationship softwares, applications that can manage data, those things, AI, artificial intelligence, deploying them. They are wonderful, very wonderful. Okay, but it is a human being that will manage those systems and structures. It's a human being. So the most important factor is scaling any business is the human capacity, is the human resource. And how big an enterprise we grow or we go is practically dependent on the capacity of the leaders handling those that particular enterprise or business. If, for example, if you want, maybe you want to hire a manager. Some of us here, we are businessmen. You want to hire a manager. You want to hire maybe someone that would occupy a director's seat. You're not just looking for technical know-how on how to run the business. Okay, because the primary work of a manager is not to manage operation. So, excuse me, it's not to manage operations. I always tell people, I always say this, the difference between managers and leaders is that managers try to maintain the status quo and leaders grow things. And leaders grow things through managing people. Okay, and that's leadership, managing people, developing people. But managers, they try to maintain the status quo. Okay, I don't have much time. I would have shared with us an experience I had with a manager that I employed. I kept telling the manager, hey, guy, listen, you are supposed to, you have a basic marketing system. You have to keep working on this and keep improving on it. Don't try to manage my finances for me. This is business. It's going to die. He didn't listen to me. Thank God I have a system that will allow him to get fired. He went down below the radar. 2 consecutive months, the 3rd month he fired himself, because if he doesn't fire himself, he won't have 1 month advance salary. So he has to tender his resignation letter, and then he fired himself. Why? Because he didn't listen to me. So why I'm saying all this is because each and every one of us here, we want to have an organization of thousands, but that's not going to happen until we understand few things. Until we stop building the business around Engineer Nonso. Very, very vital. Until we stop it, nothing is going to change. Yes, we have to stop building the business around Engineer Nonso. Many of us, that's what we are doing. We are building the business around me. And that's very, 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 very improper. Very improper. This is the only place I can talk to us this way. This is the only place I can talk to us this way. As you grow up in your leadership rank, there are certain things you are meant to be doing for yourself. So the question I've got for you is this. Since you became a Rising Star mentor, what is it that Engineer Nonso has been handling for you in the past that he's still handling for you, or you are now handling for yourself? Now, let's be very sincere. Let's be very, very sincere. What is it that I used to do for you that you are now taking responsibility of those things for yourself? I want to know, because it's very vital. If you can't answer that question, it means that you are just answering a Rising Star mentor. It's just there on the lips. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. So I call this meeting because I want you to understand that if you don't take up those responsibility, it will end up affecting the growth of your own business and our general effectiveness as a team in RDI. Yes, I refuse to break down. Last year, something happened. Some of us that were with me last year, maybe up till July, thereabout, I broke down health-wise that I had to. In fact, there was a time we used to do trainings every day. I think Mama Agnes used to be, Mama Agnes was there. Yeah, I think Mama Agnes, you were there. And I had to pause everything to the point that we had to start doing, we are doing partners training only once in a week. But this time around, I told myself I'm going to be ready. So I had to push off many other things so that I can at least have minimal rest to be able to do the things I am doing. Because I've seen that's the one it takes. There will never be a time I'm going to slow down. So doing that, I still need to match it with working and developing leaders that should do certain things for themselves. All right, so I have a few things I wrote down that I expect us as Rising Star mentors to start doing. And we are going to start doing them starting from today. Yes. If we're going to have some groupings, then we have groupings. Okay? Because I would love us to not be isolated. I don't want us to be isolated. I wouldn't want that. Okay? Even if it means to group us, I'm going to group us. But starting from today, there are certain things I want us to start taking responsibility of. Number one, our foundation classes. We want to write it down starting from today. Once I see a Rising Star mentor send me any form of request, I'll bounce it back immediately. In fact, I will ignore it. I would want us to start taking serious responsibility. Foundation classes. Okay? Let me just itemize those things. Then after now, we're going to work out a system that will make it happen. And a system that will also allow me to oversee everything you are doing. I will oversee everything. Number two is account linking. These are minimal things. They don't require much skill. All right? Account linking. Number three, basic account management training. I'm going to tell us what this thing is. Very, very vital. Very, very vital. Okay. Number four, training on the 90 days recruiting challenge. Some of these trainings we are talking about here, I already have a video on them. So some of them you just have to just to give someone the video and ensure they watch it. You know, let me just give us an idea of how some of these things work out. If every day people come and I'm bombarding them with so many videos every time, it's coming from me. Trust me, people will feel like they will feel it is too much. But when they are receiving training from me, and then maybe, oh, Mr. Churchill they know Mr. Churchill as someone overseeing them, and Mr. Churchill like tells them, you know what, there's a new project we are running right now. I want you to get to watch this video. We're going to discuss this project together. I'm going to call you after now. I'm going to discuss this project together when you are done watching the recorded video. Let me just send you this video. When Mr. Churchill sends them the video, they view it differently from mine. I'm telling you, they view it. How many of you understand what I'm saying? How many of you understand what I'm saying? They view it differently. And then secondly, it puts you in a place where you start adding value to them. Very important. Okay? Very, very important. All right. So what again, am I forgetting anything? Yeah. So the 90 days recruiting challenge. Number 5. Prospecting, inviting, prospecting and inviting training. Please, excuse me. Please squeeze there. Come in. Who's knocking? Open the door and come in, please. Yes, good day. Yeah? Okay, okay. Just keep it on the table for me. Or rather, you know what you do? Oh, I'm using the light. Okay, you know what you do? Just, excuse me. You know what you do for me? Just help me and change over. Okay? You help me and change over. There is light now to NEPA. Now there is you see where he joined the wire. Remove that particular one. You see where he joined that one, I think the coated wire. Remove it and then put this one on the 2 singles, the black and the red. And off the gel for me. He will see you tomorrow. All right, God bless you. Okay. Sorry, my staffs, they went somewhere. Okay. Yeah, of course, change the light for me to NEPA. God bless you. All right, so I think I'm not forgetting anything. Prospecting and inviting training. All right, these 5 things are the things we're going to discuss today, and we're going to start implementing them starting from today. All right, so the first one is the foundation classes. What does foundation class entail? Running a foundation class, what does it entail? Very simple. Have a WhatsApp group that all your success lines directly from you or your success lines partners downliners, where you have them added to. You don't need to call them on phone. Add them there. But even though it's nice if you can call them on phone, it's just that it became so much. That's why I stopped calling on phone. Add them to the WhatsApp group and then send out series of messages that I'm going to be sending to you. You welcome them to the group, and then you tell them what to expect, and then you forward the videos to them. That's all. And when they are submitting their reviews, you compile the names. After compiling the names, you remove them from the group, then you add them. You yourself should be the one adding them to our Success Addictor WhatsApp group, meaning that I will make you an admin in our main WhatsApp groups. So you just add them, and when you add them there, the same way I do it, you now say, let's make welcome so person to our Success Addictor WhatsApp group. But before they join our Success Addictor WhatsApp group, they must have gone through the foundation class. It is your responsibility to now give them the meeting link for the induction, because you must have submitted their details for induction. So running a foundation class is very, very simple. Very simple. How do we make it very effective? Because I didn't come here just to talk. I came here for us to do something very practical. How do we implement it? I've checked our team, and then I've decided to group us right for now. For now, I've decided to group us, excuse me, into two. All right? Into two. Now, the first group will be headed. Even though I know there are some persons here, they have their success clients joining me for meetings. People like Mr. Tobechukwu, okay? He has some of his people. So Mr. Tobechukwu, I'm going to have you, I'm still going to house you, okay, for some time. All right, so I'm going to have the two teams. The first one, I'm going to have Mama Agnes there. I'm going to have Mama Kehinde. Okay, and then I'm going to have Mama Juliana Okolawon. Okay, three of you, you are all Rising Star mentors. So you're going to give me, you're going to have your own Rising Star mentors group, and I will be in the group. Okay, I will be in the group. That's what's going to happen. I will be in the group. I will maintain my own Rising Star mentors group. I will maintain it myself. Okay, very, very vital. I will maintain that Rising Star mentors group myself. All right, and then we're going to have Mr. Sorry, let me get out where I have it, because I'm looking out for people that are very, very functional. Okay, people that are very, very functional. Yeah, Rising Star mentors. Okay, all right. So I'm going to have Mr. Churchill. I'm going to have Mr. Eric. They're going to be watching the video. Okay, I'm going to have Mr. Churchill. I'm going to have Mr. Eric. I'm going to have should I add Madam Princess Akala? I'm looking at the coordination. Okay, I'm going to have Mama Princess. Okay, Mama Princess. All right. There. And then that's just the two groups I'm going to have now. Okay, Mr. Churchill. Okay, sorry. And then I'm going to have Madam Wilfred. Okay, Mr. Wilfred. That's Chimekwa. That's Mr. Wilfred. And I'm going to have Mama Ukebu. Okay, so I'm going to have 5 persons will be in this group. I'm having Mr. Churchill in the group. I'm having Mr. Eric. Don't say you are 5. See 5 of you. Just Mama Agnes, Mama Kehinde, and Mama Juliana. Hey, that team alone is explosive. Very, very explosive, I'm telling you. So I'm going to have Mr. Eric, Mr. Churchill, Mama Princess, Mr. Wilfred Chimeka, and then Mama Ukeibu. I'm going to have them in the second group. Okay, now there are many other persons I'm overseeing. I'm talking about the Rising Star Mentors here. And someone here will be helping me for the coordination. So your work here, Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku, your work here is this. Then I have my own Success Addicto group, the main Success Addicto. So you're going to have Mama Agnes will be Success Addicto A, okay? Success Addicto A. And then I'm going to have Mr. Eric, Mr. Churchill will be Success Addicto B. And then I'm going to have mine as Success Addicto C. Now, someone is going to help me with something very, very important. And Tobechukwu Nwiku, you're going to be the one to be responsible for that. What is your work? Your work will be to collect data. Okay? So collect data of everybody that has been listed to have finished the foundation class. So you will collect it together. You will be in my own Success Addicto C. You will be in Mama Agnes Success Addicto A, and you'll be in Mr. Churchill's, and then the rest Success Addicto B, the foundation classes. So you will be just collect, your work is just to collect the names and everything, and then publish it for me in the Rising Star Mentors group for induction. Okay, that's your duty. Now, who is the person that coordinates its group? I'm the one to coordinate the C. Mama Agnes, you are the top leader. Okay, followed by Mama Kehinde. All right, so you can have a discussion with them, but you are the one I'm to hold responsible. You are the one I'm to hold responsible to ensure that there is coordination in the Rising Star Mentor, in Foundation Class A, RDI Foundation Class A. Okay, and then Mr. Churchill, you are the one I will hold responsible to ensure there is coordination in Foundation, RDI Foundation Class B. Okay, and then I'm going to hold myself responsible for RDI Foundation Class C. I hope that is very clear. So we have Class A, Foundation Class A, headed by Mama Agnes, and the leaders that are working under there is Mama Agnes, Mama Kehinde, and Mama Juliana. Meaning that all your success lines, every of your success lines from now henceforth, leave the old persons you have added to my group that I'm working on. From now henceforth, anyone that registers in your team, you are to add them to your foundation class and release the videos to them in the foundation class and ensure that they submit their reviews. Anyone that submits review, you publish it inside the foundation, inside your own foundation class. This person has successfully gone through the foundation class. I wait for your induction. Now, Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku, it is now your responsibility to collect the list of those that finished the foundation class in A, from Class A, from Class B, and then from my own Class C. Summarize it together and bring it to me on the general Rising Star group. Now, watch this. What's the next step? The next step, or rather the next thing we are to discuss is this. How do we manage people in the group? Because that's the most important thing now. How do we manage people in the group? Now, there are a series of messages I do send out. Please, let me say this as a note of warning. Let's learn to respect WhatsApp groups for the reason why they were created. If you notice, I don't even if someone asks me a question, a general question, I've not received my username and password though, inside foundation class, I don't answer those questions. I ignore them. Even if I will have to, I will go to the person's private message and private chat the person. Why? Because that foundation class should be to get information from the leader, and then for the new participants to send their reviews. If they have any issue about the videos, or maybe they are finding it difficult to download any of the videos, then they can ask. That's the kind of question you should answer from the group. So you don't say that with the group and be sending motivational quotes. If you watch, I don't do that. Inspiring quotes, you don't do that. Happy New Year, I don't do that. We have a general WhatsApp group where we do that. Because while you are doing that, you are distracting people from the main information that you're supposed to be getting from the group. The group is meant to coordinate people going through the foundation classes. Very, very strict. And I want to say this to you. The leaders of these foundation classes, Mama Agnes, Mr. Churchy, and I myself, very, very important. Let's ensure that people really go through those trainings. Because if they don't go through the trainings properly, trust me, when they enter into the millionaire school, it will become difficult for them. Make sure they go through it. Call them. Ensure that they go through it. Now, I know it's going to be easier for Mama Agnes, Mama Kehinde, and Mama Juliana because they are all together in a team. I know it may be a little bit difficult for Mr. Churchill, Mr. Eric, Mr. Mama Princess Akala, Mr. Wilfred, and Mr. Chime, Mr. Mama Ukebu. I know it may be a little bit difficult, but that is where I'm going to need an extra help from Mr. Tobechukwu. Yes, I'm going to need an extra help. Even I myself, I'm still going to be in your group. Okay? Now, all of you, Mr. Churchill, Mr. Eric, Mama Princess, Mr. Wilfred, and then Mama Ukebu, your duty is this. You will all be made admins. You will all be made an admin. All of you will be made an admin in your own foundation class. You'll be made an admin. And what that means is this. Anybody you register into the business, don't wait for Mr. Churchy, your leader, the person coordinating the group. Your responsibility is to do what? Add the person to the WhatsApp group and then itemize the name of the person in the WhatsApp group. You say, welcome. Let's, for example, now, Mr. Eric, you register someone, let's say maybe Mr. Jonathan, and you added Mr. Jonathan to the group. Don't just add Mr. Jonathan and keep quiet. You have to say something like, you are highly welcome, Mr. Jonathan, to the foundation, RDI Foundation class. Kindly await more information as regards to the training. I will give you the exact message. You are the one to say that. You are the one to say that. Mr. Church's responsibility is to release the training materials. That's his duty, to release the training materials. Anytime he sees that someone has been added to the group, he releases the training material at the end of the day. Okay? He releases the training materials. Very, very vital. Okay? And when people submit their reviews, it is Mr. Church's responsibility to say something like, I will give us the sample messages, to say something like, your review has been collected, has been received and accepted. Congratulations, you have successfully gone through your foundation class. I wait further information, okay, as regards to the Millionaire School. Now, once you've done that, Mr. Churchy, that is your work. It ends there. It's now Mr. Tobechukwu that should gather the names of everybody that you have accepted. Everybody you have accepted, put them together. He will gather everybody, everybody's name you've accepted from Foundation Class C, Foundation Class B, gather all the ones Foundation Class A that Mama Agnes will publish, and then gather my own from Foundation Class C, and then put it together and publish it in my Rising Star Mentors group, so that it can give me an idea of everybody I'm to induct in the Millionaire School, because I must have an idea of the people inducted into the Millionaire School ahead of time. We are going to be reducing the rate of our induction. Our induction will now be done on Mondays, or rather, no, let's maintain it. Let's maintain it that way. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, because the earlier people get inducted, the better for them. Let's maintain it that way. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that means that anyone that is supposed to graduate and get inducted, the person must have submitted, the names of the people submitted to me on Sunday are the names of people I am going to be inducting on Monday. The names of the people published on Tuesday are the names of people to be inducted on Wednesday. And the names of people published to me on Thursday in our Rising Star group by Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku are the ones I am to induct on Friday. So when people are submitting their reviews, it is now Mr. What's it called? Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku's or Mr. Valentine's duty to tell them in the group when they will be inducted. Okay? Now, listen carefully to what I'm about to say, because I want absolute coordination. I want absolute coordination. Do not add anybody to the Success Addicto WhatsApp group. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm still going to maintain that because that group is very vital. I think let me maintain that. Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku will also be the one responsible to add everyone that graduated from the groups. He will be the one to add them to our Success Addicto WhatsApp group. I will tell you why it's very important. Listen, you don't add people to the Success Addicto WhatsApp group until they are to be inducted. Because once you add them there, they will have access to the Millionaire School link. And they will just come to the Millionaire School. So it is Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku's responsibility. So once he publishes the complete names from Foundation Class A, Foundation Class B, Foundation Class C, once he publishes it on our Rising Star Mentors group to be inducted, my work is just to call out the names. He will add all of them immediately to the Success Addicto WhatsApp group. And once he adds them there, he will now welcome them, send a welcome message, and as well send the messages about the Millionaire School, which will happen the next day. Very, very important. So that's what we're going to do. It will be Mr. Valentine's responsibility to gather everybody that have graduated from each of the foundation classes, put them together, send it to me as a name, as a list to our Success at Rising Star Mentors group, where I can see the names every Sunday, every Tuesday, and every Thursday for the inductions the next day. And then he will then personally add all of them to our Success Addicto WhatsApp group and welcome them. Then send the meeting link and tell them you will be inducted tomorrow. Get ready. That's his responsibility. So, Mama Agnes and Mr. Churchill, what you need to understand is your own work, which is very simple. Add people to the group. Coordinate the messages being sent to the group. As people are being added to the group, everyone and every leader here that is adding people to the group, let me use Mama Kehinde and Mama Juliana as a case study. Mama Kehinde sponsors somebody. Mama Kehinde is under Foundation Class A, spearheaded by Mama Agnes. Mama Kehinde, you sponsor somebody. Mama Juliana, you sponsor someone. You are to add them to the Foundation Class A. When you add them there, don't just add them because their name will not show. You are to write their name and welcome them. Simple. Now, once you write their name and welcome them, at the end of the day, it is Mama Agnes' responsibility to send out the materials. Same also happens to Mr. Churchill. Let's assume Mr. Eric sponsors somebody. Mama Princess sponsors somebody. Their duty is to do what? Is to add people to the group because they are Rising Star Mentors, and then that's Foundation Class B, and then welcome them. At the end of every day, it is Mr. Churchill's responsibility to do what? To send out the videos and the corresponding messages that goes with it. And when people start submitting their reviews, it is the Foundation Class leaders that is supposed to do what? Accept, review, and accept each review. Okay? Now, Mama Agnes, the people that Mama Kehinde and Juliana, their success lines, and even your own success lines, when they submit their reviews, you are the one to say, okay, Madam Folashade, congratulations, your review has been accepted. Once you send that, Mr. Tobechukwu Nwiku takes note of it. Mr. Churchill, anybody that sends reviews, it's your duty to do what? Go through the review and say things like, okay, your review has been accepted. Anyone that does not submit the complete review, maybe the person submitted 4, tell them, I'm sorry, sir, you are missing out on the 4th course, maybe new franchises orientation. Kindly submit the review on it. Until the person submits that review, do not accept that review. So Mr. Tobechukwu work is to compile the names of the people that your reviews that you've submitted, that have accepted, that have their reviews accepted. That's Mr. Tobechukwu's work. And once he compiles them in your own foundation class group, he collects also from class A and from my own class C, put them all together, and then publish in the Rising Stars group every Sunday for induction on Monday, then every Tuesday for induction on Wednesday, then every Thursday for induction on Friday. By so doing, we'll be able to have a more organized system. Let me tell you what some of you have noticed. You've noticed that you sponsor somebody and it takes like 5 days for the person to be added to the foundation class. Have you noticed it? Let me see you wave your hand if you have noticed it. It takes time. Do you know why? I am one man. I'm Engineer Nonso, and Mr. Engineer Nonso does not have 2 heads. And sometimes I need rest. So to coordinate everything can be difficult. So let me just be handling the new people that because I'm still building my own business. So I'm still building my own. I'm still recruiting new people. And the people that I'm recruiting personally, I add them to my own foundation class. And remember, there are many other partners that are recruiting now. They are not yet, what's it called? They are not yet Rising Star mentors. All right, so it's very, very vital we get this. Now, please, all these groups I created now, Mama Agnes, Mama Kehinde, and Mama Juliana, you are meant to add all of, listen, you are meant, listen carefully, you are meant to add every of the duplications that now happen in the team there. You are the one in charge of that. For example, Madam Meg was sponsored by Mama Juliana. Madam Meg success lines, they all belong to Mama Juliana. That means foundation class A. So everything happening under you, Mama Agnes, everything happening in your team, they must go through the foundation class A. Then when it comes to foundation class B, because the teams that are here, they are not as large as people's own. Okay, so I have to group them together. That's what we're going to be doing. So that being said, I believe we have handled the first leadership task, which is coordinating our foundation classes. So I'm going to be creating the WhatsApp groups, okay, for the foundation class and add all the leaders where they're supposed to be. So my own will now become foundation class C, Mr. Churchy will become foundation class B, and Mama Agnes will become foundation class A. All right, that being said, the next part is account linking. Please, I will love to have someone here unmuted. Eminent Augusta, please, if you are free, I need you to tell me something about the account linking. Does the RDI account linking WhatsApp group, does it still function? Please, I want to know before I say some things now.
I don't want to answer yes or no, because I discovered that some leaders are just, I'm the one doing everything. Let me just be sincere. After instructing leaders to be posting directly to the staff, because M Global made a rule saying any RC you obtained a code from, send your code to that RC for linking. But I discovered that even after telling some people still post there. Personally, I've been collecting the details they're posting out of my own will, forcing someone that I'm paying money to be linking. But please, the right thing to do is I will publish the names of everybody, all the state account linking.
Wait, Eminent Augusta, wait, you are going beyond the question I asked you. Please, we have to understand few things, okay? I believe you know where you are. Everybody here is not like you. I believe you'll be able to talk like this to maybe someone like Mr. Tobechukwu or Mama or Madam Mamarachi. Okay, some people that are here are less than 2 months old. They know nothing about what you are saying. So please, let's not go beyond the line. Let's understand few things. Okay, and then so that we'll be able to come up with a very viable solution on how things.
Only on ground now.
I'm coming. Now, If someone does a clearance, let's say, for example, I clear from Kano and I do pick up in Lagos, where will it be counted as?
Kano.
It will be counted as Kano.
Yes.
Kano linking.
Where the code was cleared.
Where the code was cleared.
Yeah.
Huh? Hello?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. And then if it is cleared in Lagos, that means it has to be sent to them in Lagos.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, I also want to know, sincerely, maybe I've not gotten any challenge with this, but the account linkings I've been sending, okay, they've been linking it for me.
I'm the one linking it now. You are not aware. When people send, I send. There's someone I'm paying.
Okay, where?
There are two people. The worry person.
Okay.
The person I'm paying her. So maybe once in a while, because once I send account linking in less than 72 hours, they've linked it for me, or 48 hours, they've linked it for me.
Okay, so you are the one sending. So normally when we send that account linking to the RDI account linking WhatsApp group, you are the one that manually sends it to forwards it to that woman, the person at worry.
Yes.
And so now, irrespective of the RC they are coming from, okay, irrespective of the RC, that means the account will be linked.
Under the stress of the extra thing I'm doing at the backyard, but
I'm coming. That means that's what I'm saying. It will be linked, irrespective of the RC it's coming from, right?
Yes.
Good. The truth is this. Let me say this to us. We are all leaders. See, if you want a business to scatter, just start telling people, everybody do things individually. That's one surest way to get everything scattered. If the account linking we are sending to the lady, as you are saying now, demands that, hey, we need to be seeing her, then as leaders here, we can now decide, what do we appreciate her with? We collect her account number, and then from time to time, we send money to her account. We'll decide that here, and then we can contribute to that. Because the truth is this, I've seen it happen. Once you tell people, okay, you know what, clear products as you want, do things as you want, give the account numbers, phone numbers of remember, the phone numbers of people we are giving out, those people are also human beings. Alliance in Motion Global, 99% of their services, you are expected to come to the office. For example, account linking, as much as I know, you are supposed to fill the account linking form. We have what is called account linking form. Many of us don't know that. You fill the account linking form, bring it personally to the office for linking. Yes. So M Global does not even approve by default, does not even understand this thing of sending payments of to WhatsApp. Yes, M Global doesn't. So even the phone numbers, even to August, I'm just trying to, for us, I'm trying to balance what you said so that we don't get things wrong. So even the phone numbers you are saying that we should send out, the truth is this, Eminent Augusta, if we send out those phone numbers, immediately leaders send those messages to those people, they will block them. And when our success clients, people that we are raising.
No, it's not true. M Global did a meeting recently.
Okay.
M Global, if you notice, Blessing doesn't send.
Okay.
If you notice, Blessing doesn't send link in there. It's only when I see you post a personal linking, I copy the post you did and I send it for linking. That's the only linking I pick from that group. M Global did a meeting, and they rectified that issue of people not being able to link their accounts.
Okay.
So if once you send to any RC and they discover that that code was cleared in the RC, they link it immediately. They don't waste time.
Okay. So now everything boils down to this. Let's check up this. Everything boils down to this. The people that clear payments are the ones that will be doing account linking. That's what it means. Because as a matter of fact, there are a few of us here that are the ones clearing payments. I think the only person here clearing payments, that have stepped up to that, there are only two persons here. Mr. Churchy have started clearing some payments for himself there at Abuja. And then Madam Musun has been clearing payments also from Kano. That's just where it boils down to. So the point is this. I've said this before. Operating things from the central or operating things from one particular source is always the best. So, Eminent Augusta, what we're going to be doing is this. You're going to give us the name and then the account number of the person. And then maybe in our next meeting, let's discuss how do we appreciate the person so that we don't have our, we don't start cracking your head, okay, where was this one cleared? Was it cleared in our nature? Was it cleared here? If there is someone that can do that, I've worked with staffs like that. I have someone back in the days then at Kanu. All my success lines, she was attending to all of them. And then appreciating people is not something that is not expensive to appreciate people. I'm telling you, it will shock you maybe in a year. You won't even spend up to 15,000 on them. I mean, Augusta, is it not true? Is it not true?
Yes.
It could be within a month, you send 3,000, 4,000. In 2 months, you send 5,000. It's not really that much to appreciate them. And it matters a lot. So what I will still suggest that we do is this. We're going to maintain sending to the RDI WhatsApp group where no matter the RC is coming from, okay, let the person keep linking for us. Then provide us with the account number and then the name of the person and the phone number. I'll put up a call to the person and appreciate the person. Then we here as a team, as leaders, this thing can be I can send and bring, you know what? We can do it every quarter. This quarter, you know what? I'm bringing out 10,000. Mr. Dwechungu says, okay, I'm bringing out 2,000. Before you know what's happening, we have 30,000 naira. And 30,000 naira in 4 months, my dear, it is much more than enough to appreciate whosoever that is doing anything for us. Mr. Augusta, is it not true?
It's true.
Very, very true. So I want us to maintain that.
Let me make a suggestion because I know I come to that WhatsApp twice in a week.
Okay.
I can't be doing it every day. If you can delegate someone like Mr. Promise or Toby that already have connection with Worry and they already know them clearing code. If you can delegate them to be the one collecting and sending, that would be wonderful because God knows I visit WhatsApp. I reply my SS WhatsApp message twice in a week.
Now, let me establish, because please, let me say this. I'm not having this meeting for the RDI. I believe you know that. This is Success Addicto. I hope we know that. So whatever we are learning here, whatever we are gathering here, that's what we're going to be using in our various individual teams. Mr. Tobechunwiku here has his own teams he's overseeing. Mr. What's his name? Madam Amarachi also has. So I'm just allowing us here so that we'll be able to know what's going on, and then at the end of the day, see how we can duplicate it. Now, the person in question at Worry has a phone number. Am I correct?
But his office manager controls it too. Only during office hours that the lady controls. Outside office hours, Worry manager controls that number.
Obviously, whatever we are doing is during office hours, between 9 a.m. and maybe 3 p.m. Am I not correct? Okay, then we'll put it Monday to Friday. That phone number, someone handles it. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now, what I want you to do is this. I want you to put up a call to the lady. Is he a lady or a guy, a man?
I don't even know, sir.
Okay, find out then. Who is the person? Then what we're going to be doing, let's make it more organized. Let's not be sending things and messages individually to her. That will become bulky. We can create a WhatsApp group and add her to that WhatsApp group, or we can add her to the already existing RDI account linking WhatsApp group. And then the admin, everybody that is there. The only admins that will be there are Rising Star mentors that has been taught on how to send for account linking. We deactivate everybody. So even, in fact, we can even remove everyone that is there. So the only people that will now be there are the Rising Star mentors that has been taught on how to send for account linkings. They must know that, okay, look at the format. Don't ever just send any message anybody gives you. Look at the format. You are to send the message from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., Monday to Friday. Do not send outside that time. Then the staff working there, because I believe it is better than having 10 persons wiring one person message. For me, it doesn't make sense. I believe if the person can get the message from one central place, it makes more sense. So telling maybe Mr. Tobechunwiku, Mr. Promise, or whatever, for me, I don't think it's a very good system. I think a better system is let's make known to them that, hey, We know what you guys are doing for us. The same way the person links for you without you appreciating the person. Now, what we are saying is that appreciation, we need to make it now more structured. Let the person know that, hey, the team as a whole understands what they are doing or what he or she is doing. Then on Saturday, we can discuss what can we be giving to the person every quarter. So we can come up with a formula. It can be 1,000 naira we put together. I'm a top leader. I can't give 1,000 naira. I should be giving from 10, more than 10 times, whatever you put together. Okay, so we can decide to put together money. And then every quarter, we know, okay, we are sending you, we're giving this, we're using this to appreciate you. All right, so I want you to go ahead and do that. You can call the person on phone and then have this discussion. Please, instead of having our leaders sending you messages individually, can we add you to our WhatsApp group where we have just very few leaders? And you can...
I told you that the manager controls that phone too.
The manager controls the phone too. Who receives the messages when the manager is not there?
You send it individually.
You said?
Adding her to a WhatsApp group where she'll be picking it. I suggested that to her before. They refused.
Why?
I told you before, that's what they were doing. But recently, when AIM Global did a meeting and said everybody should be sending linking to the RC where they cleared, they stopped that picking up from one group. Well, I can suggest to her again, but I know that she refused it last year.
Suggest to her, okay? Suggest to her, then get back to me. I will decide, because the point is this. I will have to maybe see if maybe I have to start doing that personally. I will start doing that personally. Okay, I will just have our own WhatsApp account, and then what's it called? And then from I will have the those of you here that are success those of you that are Rising Star Mentors under a Success Addicto group, you just send it to the WhatsApp group, and then I personally from there I will forward to her as a person. Okay, so if she refuses, it's okay. All we need to do is just to have a central WhatsApp group where we are sending details, and then I will forward to them. Because as a matter of fact, I wouldn't want Mr. Churchill or any of the Rising Star Mentors here to be communicating with her for now directly. I wouldn't want that at all. Yes, I will need to protect my people. Okay, the people we are suggesting now, like Mr. Tobechukwu and then maybe Madam Omarachi or Mr. Promise, they are all leaders on the same way like you.
Meaning the only people that will be posting account linking in that group is just the new Rising Star.
You said?
The only people that will be posting account linking in that group is just in the group of account linking is just the new Rising Star.
No. Look at what I'm doing here. Please, Augusta, I want you to understand something here. This meeting is Success Addicto group. So I will not even take account linking message from Mr. Tobechukwu. I won't even take account linking message from Eminent Augusta, from Madam Amarachi. I won't. So the Rising Star Mentors group we have right now, Success Addicto Rising Stars Mentors group, if you send a message there, if the lady refuses to be, for us to have a general one that all the leaders can, it's very simple. Then I will put up a call to her. Because instead of saying everybody should have a number, I should be the only one should have a number. Then I will coordinate it myself. If she can get messages from me, it's okay. I will take the responsibility. I'll be sending messages to her directly. Then all I need to do is to create a group where you people, Mr. Churchy, you can send in yours. Madam Agnes, you can send in yours. Because from now henceforth, I will no longer be activating account linking for our success lines directly. I need us to be the one. Immediately somebody gets registered, your responsibility is to give the person the registration details and ensure that they give you their account linking details. For linking, do you know there are some people in our team that has money in their account and yet they've not linked to their account? They don't even, I'm coming to the next part, which is basic account management training. They don't even know how to encash. They don't know how to log in. That's very, very wrong. People shouldn't come to the millionaire school and be learning how to log in into account. That's very improper. I'm telling you, yes, I'll be teaching it, but you are supposed to handle your people one-on-one. That's your responsibility as a Rising Star mentor. So remember, the third thing we are learning today is basic account management. For account linking, I think I've gotten the main information from Eminent Augusta. Okay, if the lady doesn't want us to have a WhatsApp group, then there is no issue with that. We will still now, what we're going to do is I'm going to be the one to coordinate the account linking sending. So any of you that sends me account linking through a group I will create, I will forward to the lady directly. Okay, so that is not a big issue at all. All right, forwarding messages shouldn't be a problem at all to me. But the most important thing is that Madam Augusta have made it very clear that the lady actually is working because she has a personal relationship with her. So that's exactly what we need to really always appreciate. Okay, so I will say I have to put up a call to her and appreciate her, not just for Success Addicto, for Eminent Augusta, and for every leader that is actually sending account linking to her. Now, after account linking, what's the next thing? The next thing is basic account management training. What is basic account management training? What is it? It's very simple. You are the one that should have the responsibility to train the people. Train the people you are bringing in. Train the people in your team. You're a rising star mentor. Someone gets registered in your team. Do you know what it means that the person must not even know whether the account has been created or not? It is your responsibility to teach them how to log into account. Let me give you an example. I was surprised that Mama Kehinde was telling me, excuse me. I was surprised that Mama Kehinde was giving me the report of Pastor, what's the name of his name again? Pastor Baomi. Yes. I was surprised, Mama Kehinde. I never expected such from you. It shows clearly that maybe that you didn't even understand that at all. So someone was having an issue with logging into account. Mama Kehinde has to bring the person back to me. Haba, now this kind of thing they kill leaders. So seriously, now this kind of thing they kill leaders. I think the right thing should have been you trying to log into his account yourself. Then if you are able to log into his account, then you will not know that he's logging into his account in a wrong way. Then it's your responsibility to teach the person how to log into account. And you don't need a Zoom meeting to do this, sir. When you go to ec5.empowerconsumation.com, you will see username, password. Please, sir, put in your username. Yes, put in your password. It's 123456. Please, sir, don't click on register. Click on login. That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. So you are to teach people how to do what? Log in into their account. Teach them how to do encashments. Yes. If you have access to them one-on-one, teach them. And then don't forget, you are to collect their details for account linking. Okay? Then, number 4, training on 90 days recruiting challenge. Listen carefully. In as much as every week, if you notice, I keep relaunching the 90 days recruiting challenge. Every week, I keep launching. Every week, I keep launching it. Listen to me carefully. That is not good enough. If you are a rising star mentor here, you are supposed to be working your success lines collectively on the 90 days recruiting challenge. Find out, are they really working towards achieving the goal? Are they? Every of your discussion should be about achieving the 90 days recruiting challenge. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. Then the 5th one, and that's the last but not the least, is what? Prospecting and inviting training. Yes, I do a good job. I know that. Injidan also does a good job when it comes to training people on inviting and prospecting, but that's not good enough. You have to ensure that they are following through. Okay, my dear, how are you? I hope you understood clearly on how to invite. Have you gotten the message for inviting? Have you gotten the message? The person says, yes, I've gotten the message. So we tell you, I didn't get the message. All right. Have you gotten the Zoom meeting link for the 8 p.m. meeting? All right. Have you started compiling your names? Ensure that you send that. This is not difficult. You can decide to be calling all your serious partners every day and make sure that they are inviting. It's your responsibility. Trust me, you know, in the millionaire school, I carry everybody along. But don't forget that very soon, some of you will start becoming influential mentors. And at the stage of influential mentor, you'll start running your own millionaire school. All these things I'm teaching, and I'm getting you to start doing is to prepare you properly to function as an influential mentor. If you are playing squirrel, meandering, when it comes to your responsibility, trust me, the business will soon collapse. Not mine. You will see it stagnate. Because by the time you immediately become an influential mentor, you and your success lines will start running your millionaire school. Yes, I'm going to come in. Even if it's 2 times in a week, you make sure you run that millionaire school. You will run it. And when that time comes, tell me what you'll be doing. Remember, when that time comes, you will not be the one coordinating your own Rising Star Mentors. They will no longer be under my Rising Star Mentors meeting. You alone will now be in my Influential Mentors training. They will never be in my Rising Star Mentors training, except if I'm having a general meeting for Rising Star Mentors for every team put together. So I want you to put your heart to everything I'm teaching here and I'm getting you to do here. Don't play squirrel. Don't play squirrel. Very, very important. Those of you here that just surfacing now with the training, I can see Madam Mosun. Madam Mosun, you will be under the foundation class B. Okay, and you will see the instructions. Like I said already, we're going to have 3 foundation classes: foundation class A, foundation class B, and foundation class C. And I will leave instructions on how to run that. I think this is where we are coming to the close of today's meeting. Very, very vital. I'm going to be the one to create the foundation class groups, okay? So I will create the foundation class A and class B. I will rename it to class C. And I'm going to be adding all the leaders that are supposed to be under the class A, okay? And then on all the leaders that are supposed to be in class B, I will add all of them there. And I will leave out instructions on how we should function. Let's not forget, Mama Agnes, you are the leader of the foundation class A. Mr. Churchill, you are the leader and coordinator of foundation class B, which has so many other people. Okay, all right. So you have people like Madam Mosun. You're gonna have Mr. I've mentioned them. You're gonna have Mr. Eric, Mama Princess, Mr. Wilfred, and Ukebu. You are not even supposed to. You are not to be in communication with them. All of them knows what to do, and their responsibility is to add their newly registered partners to the group and welcome them. Your own responsibility is to send the materials and then, accept the reviews, publish the names in the group, people that have gone through the reviews, and then Mr. Tobechukwu Miku will now collect all the names that the leaders publishes, okay, from class A, class B, and class C. Put it together and present it to me in our Rising Star Mentors group for inductions every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and Friday. So, Mr. Tobechukwu, you have to give me the reports on Sunday against Monday induction, okay, Tuesday against Wednesday induction, then Thursday against Friday induction. And immediately you publish those names, it is also your own responsibility, Mr. Tobechukwu, to add all of them to our Success Addicto WhatsApp groups. You add them there and then you welcome them, because you don't add people that are not to be inducted. Okay, you noticed it. It's on the day or a day before the day of induction. That's the time I add people to the Success Addicto WhatsApp group so that they don't have access to our millionaire school before induction. God bless you. If you have any question as regards to what we discussed now, I want you to raise your hand and then I'm going to take your questions. Okay, let's go.